Welcome, welcome. Another gorgeous day. Land of the living. Another edition of the Billionaire Talk. Yes, indeed. Let me see. I'm just gonna do a little something right here to kind of close things out. Welcome once again. Another edition of the Billionaire Talk, 7 p.m. Eastern. Monday, August 31st, last day of August 2020. We winded it down. Man, it's been a year, man. But I call this year the year of the double blessing. It may not seem that way to a lot of people, but you just gotta look at the good with it. What's good, Angel Army? Thank you. Much love to you. Much love to you. The year 2020, the double blessing, and a lot of things going on in this world, but I repeat, we cannot let that hold us hostage. We got to keep it moving. Before I get into this topic, billionaire talk will be Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. That's the title of it, and we're gonna talk about is it time for us to get our own like Wakanda? Um, Before I get into the topic, I want to talk about just one thing and share my deepest condolences to the Georgetown Hoya family with the passing of the great coach called Big John Thompson of the famed Georgetown Hoya, former coach and Hall of Famer, with whatever you want to call a legendary coach, John Thompson. So send a shout out to Georgetown and the Hoya extended family. One of my good friends is a Georgetown Hoya, and I spoke to him briefly today. So he would always talk to me about the Georgetown alum. I'm sorry, Nikki say something to me. I'm repeating what she said. Um, yes, I was talking to one of my good friends from the Georgetown Hoya family, and expressing my condolences. And he talked about how you know John was a coach, father to a lot of the guys who didn't grow up with their father, and great mentor and everything. So definitely a loss to the world. Yes, a couple days ago, a day or so ago, we lost Chadwick Boseman. I like to say Chadwick Aaron, because that's my name, Boseman. Of the mainly the Black Panther fame, but played Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, and he did those the biopics, and tremendous talent, and that was a loss in the art and entertainment world. So definitely condolences to their families, before I get started. So right quick, once again, not gonna keep you too long. Billionaire Talk, we're gonna do this every, from Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're just gonna chop it up a little bit, for probably about 20, 30 minutes. And we're gonna go in with there. So from there. So Wakanda Forever. If you guys are familiar with the Black Panther movie, they was in a fictitious land called Wakanda, and it was African based. They actually filmed most of it in Georgia, and it was an African based with African heritage and culture, and but they actually had like a technology spin on it as well. And it was tremendous because it showed how the motherland was many moons ago, many years ago, before we were taken from our ancestors, our descendants, or we're descendants of Africans that was taken from that land and put into the slave trade. And so they showed how we were so advanced in technology and science and all of that. So that's what the movie was portrayed, and even with the comics and the comic book with the Black Panther and with the land of Wakanda. So it was an African based land with the technology and the science that we had once upon a time in Africa, before we were taken from that land. So when I titled this Wakanda Forever, I talked about it in other videos with what's going on today. We have in America, we have the police brutality that continues to go on for years and years, and we have the a lot of social unrest in this country. People protesting, and it's like we in 2020, August 31st, 2020, still demanding trying to demand the same things that we was fighting for 30, 40, 50, or even longer than that, pretty much since we've been in this country, and since we've been so-called freed from slavery, when we supposedly been freed and supposedly had rights. We are still trying to fight for the basic human rights. And like I've said before in previous videos, it's not everything. Everything's not bad in this country. As far as our progression, we progress a lot with opportunities. A lot of many years ago, our parents, grandparents, or great grandparents, couldn't go to certain establishment, couldn't go to certain schools to learn, and certain places, and different things like that. So we've advanced in those situations, and they're not 100% either, because it may be quote unquote law that we can't go in certain places, but certain places we still are not, I guess, welcome, but it's not outright like it used to be, and what they used to call the Jim Crow laws. But yeah, so we have that, and a lot of the advancements, like I said, we have advanced in different areas, and and I'm a firm believer that we can make the amount of money we want to make, and everything, so opportunity is there. So I'm I would never say that the system won't allow us to make money, because we can make money. And just remember that you do not allow the system to try to trick you that you can't do this, you can't do that, because that now you're a victim of the system. No matter what color you are, you can make the money. Yeah, we got roadblocks, but no, they're not there, like we can't do it. And we had our ancestors, even after slavery, we created quite a few millionaires. And this is getting to my point. Doing my research, most of the if not all, they gained their wealth through land. Keep in mind, they gained their wealth through land after slavery, and some land that they actually, after they were freed, they put together, put their money, you know, and bought some of the land. After they, that's what the term sharecropper come. They put a share, with the crops and farming the land and whatever. And a lot of the masters actually died, and some of the people took over the land, or a lot of them, unfortunately, tricked the slaves and thinking that they was going to get the land, and that's where the term sharecropping come from, with sharing, and farming the land, and they were actually cheated. So you have a lot of situations that happened to, but the more successful situations were that they were able to obtain land. So again, fast forward, a few years down the road, now you created wealth and you created some millionaires, and they made their millions and wealth through purchasing of land. So that goes to my big question is it time for us to do that same thing? We fast forward to 2020. We've to me, we begging for, just to trying to, begging just to be human beings, to the simple rights. And so when is enough? And, we're in the voting season now, and a lot of black folks, will say, go vote, go vote, go vote. And, it's nothing wrong with the voting at all, not one bit. And so, Divine Wisdom, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Let's see who else we got in here. Angel's Army, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we got everybody. Yeah, so again, is it time? Is it time for us to, move on? We've been doing this, this backtrack to the civil rights movement. Even before, we had great figures like Marcus Garvey in the early part of the century. Marcus Garvey, research Marcus Garvey. He wanted, us, but he had a following of people talking about going back to Africa. Me personally, I'm up for that. Me and Nikki talk about that. And I say this in other videos that Ghana, they've been putting together within the last year a welcome back home, for African Americans, and I don't know the exact numbers, but it's a large group of Black Americans, African Americans have moved. And I saw I've been seeing different videos on it, and they just got got their things together and left, and went back home, and we racism is everywhere in this world, from what I understand, but here in America we have a unique racism. And I was actually looking at the this weekend WNBA, and excuse me, I don't know the brother name, but he was one of the coaches for one of the teams, a Black American, but he lives in France, but he comes over here to coach through the WNBA season, but he lives in France. He's from here, but he lives in France now because he said he feel his Black son is safer in France. And he talked about it is racism in France, but it's not like the United States, and that's rough, and that's rough. So and then my personal belief, I got to my personal belief in it is like this is where this system started. The system started with a lot of hate and murder and mayhem. The founding fathers, and And we got to distinguish. The founding fathers ain't these guys that we read in the history books going to school that they were George and them boys, George Washington guys, that they was some outstanding outstanding citizens, and they were great American heroes and all that. But nah, them guys, nah, the real deal is like it was mayhem, and they came and destroyed. The Native Americans was here, and murder and mayhem. Took and robbed and stole, and so that's what you know having this country based upon. So this is where we still at. This is where we still at. Yes, we have a lot of great advantages here, but at the same time, we have a lot going on, and especially now here where we at August 31st, 2020, where we at is that, like, come on now, we fight some of the same battles, some of the same battles, and for what? So, but again, it's a time for us to move on. We have a lot of people with a lot of resources. We have a lot of people with monetary resources and power. And I don't think the people who up in the upper echelons of power, ready to go, because they're benefiting off the capitalism, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have, but at the end of the day, they're still treated like us. You may have the money, making it easier, but again, they still being treated like us. So again, is it time for us to move on? Is it time for us to have our Wakanda? And and when I talk about that, I'm talking about, for one, us purchasing land, even if it's here, and say we don't go back to Africa, but purchasing land here in these United States, and land that we have our own government. We farming the land. We living in peace and harmony, having our own military, in the land, and that's the key point in itself, because that's what destroyed a couple of the famous Black Wall Streets, the Tulsa, Oklahoma Black Wall Street, and the Rosewood Black Wall Street, was white mobs, white hateful mobs coming, murdering and burning the town down, because our military wound is strong, and we at that time did not know how hateful people can be. But now, we know, and so that would be the one of the key points would be to having a strong military. So again, having our own government, able to farm on the land, able to like I said, have a strong military base, with that, and having our own, and own grocery stores there, and we wouldn't have to want for nobody. And it goes back to the Wakanda once again, like they were separated from the world, and they had to hide how fortunate and blessed they were, because the world didn't know that that they were sitting on that vibranium, and that was supposed to be the strongest metal in the world, and the world knew it was just a strong metal, but again, the fascination of this movie, like, again, our people, they show how we were just so smart, and we learned how to heal the body with the vibranium, and all of the type stuff. We knew how to do so much with it. So what's good, Carolyn East? Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. So again, is it time for us to pack up and go? Is it time? I mean, do we benefit from that? Is it is it going to change us? we talk about voting November 3rd, and what's going to happen November 4th? What's going to happen January 2021 when whoever, whether whatever president that's coming, is that going to be the big change? And to me, it's almost like we going to. I mean, we like that insanity thing. We keep on doing the same thing, expecting different results. So again, is it time for us to pack up and go? Pack up and go. Let's leave here. We again, just like when my man Doc Rivers said, we trying to love a country that don't love us back. So I mean, and this ain't nothing new. This is something that our grandparents and great grandparents and all of them been we've been dealing with this since we landed on this land. And I was talking to one of my good friends just a while ago, and we was talking about the same thing. And Divine Wisdom had to share y'all. Oh, thanks for sharing out. Thank you, Divine Wisdom. I was actually talking to one of my good friends right before the live, and me and him, we always talking, chop it up about different things. And I was telling him, I said, this is just like if you a guy and guy or girl, and you dealing with a a female that just dog you out, did things to you, and so you traumatized, and you keep on going to this other female, but you're not healed yet. You keep on going to the other female, think everything gonna get better, and that relationship don't work out. So another 4 years, this gonna be the one. This gonna be the one. And then that don't work out. And then another 4 years, this gonna be the one. It's gonna work out this time. And the reason why it's not working out because you haven't looked at yourself and healed. And like they say, hurt people. And this is where we at in America as a people. We still dealing with trauma, post-traumatic slave syndrome, as they call it. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. Look it up. We still loving people who obviously don't love us. And so what's going to be the difference in our choices of voting? One, it looked like that already one is just coming in, doing the do. I mean, I'm being raw dog. One that's where we at now. The other one, he just look like he just putting on the slow jams and getting us in the mood. But it's the same outcome. So again, go ahead and vote. I'm not against the voting thing, but what are we gonna do after voting? What are we gonna do January 2021? When whoever is officially in office, where we at after that? And so again, is it time just to move on? And I mean, what's going to be different? What's going to be different? Do we have an agenda? No. We don't even have a list of demands, and we're the only people in this situation. You have the Asian people. I might have said this on previous videos, but the stats show like the Asian community, which is a big part of our community because hair and what we buy and all that type of stuff. Don't the stats show it? And look these stats up too. Don't take my word for it, but the stats show that they have one of the lowest voting turnouts, but their economy is strong. And wonder why their economy is strong because of us. Because of us. So that proves, just looking at that, there's something you need to think about. So, we throwing all our, eggs in this voting basket and low economy. Look like they don't care too much about voting. They're either do it or not, but they got a strong economy. So and look at where they're at on the ladder in this country. So again, we got to stop playing them checkers, man. We need to learn how to play chess. This is a capitalistic society. So What's good, life for Cleo? Thank you for coming through. Anybody else I might have missed? I think I got everybody, but thank you for coming through. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Keto Girl, thank you for coming through. Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you. So, is it time for us to go? I mean, again, how many people that we gonna see getting shot up, by the police, and look like now it's like every few months, we seeing this, and let's go back to many years ago with Rodney King. I believe that was in '92, and I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the first one that was recorded. So we thought for sure, you know, we're gonna get some justice. I mean, that man got beat. If y'all can remember the video, that man got beat down, and rest in peace, Rodney King. He transitioned some years ago, and that man got beat down. You know, beat down, and it was on video, so we knew, okay, we're gonna get some justice. And as y'all know how that went, them people got acquitted, and so that's when we birthed the LA riots because of that, and again, that was like I said, I know that was probably back in '92, and we in 2020 still getting filmed. Now we're still getting shot, and we still, you know these guys getting acquitted, and shoot, they ain't even getting acquitted no more. We catching hell just to get them in arrested, you know, just getting them arrested. So again, is it time for us to go? Is it time for us to go? Is it time for us to move on? I mean, what's going to change? No, is 2021 going to make a change in this? I mean, we've been having this civil unrest, I think, for probably about 4 months now or so across the country. Pretty much ever since the George Floyd murder. No incident, it was a murder, and we still have. I see Portland. They going crazy in Portland, and of course Kenosha, Wisconsin. With Jacob Blake, and just so many names, man, so many names, and we keep on hashtagging them, and hashtag Breonna Taylor, and Jacob Blake, and all of that, and it's like, how much more we gonna take? How much more we gonna take? And is it time for us to move on? So again, there's a lot to think about. And right quick before I leave, I want to share, and you guys can look it up. It's a family. It's part of my topic, about us getting our own. But it's a family in Toonsboro, Georgia, and it was 19 families who got together to purchase 97 acres of land. And their vision is just like how Black Wall Street started. Black Wall Street started by a black lawyer who purchased 40 acres in that region. But these guys purchased 97 acres of land. They're gonna build on the land and build their own. So look it up. It's a story that just popped out probably within the last week or so. And I might have missed some. Okay, where we at? Where everybody going too fast? Oh, yeah, Keto Girl. We just had another incident here in Minnesota. We have been on lockdown for 3 days now, and see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It's like it's so many that you just can't keep up with. And that's the thing. It's just so many you just can't keep up with. So is it? I mean, what's the answer? I mean, is the answer for us? Is it time to go or what? Is it time to go or what? So I mean, it's It's sad. It's sad. But some got to be done because not only we looking at us now, but what about our kids and what about our grandkids and what legacy are we gonna have? And I think the time is now. The time is now. Our parents went through it. Our grandparents went through it. Great grandparents and so on and so on. So I mean, I think we're the ones. I think we're the ones. It's time to move on because I think we have the resources. We have the capital, and we have the smarts, and we can learn from what has happened with past generations, and learn from their mistakes. And one of the biggest things, I say the military, and I was in a discussion with the people, about the people in Toonsboro who purchased the 97 acres, and a couple of friends I know, and they were saying the same thing about having a military. Because that's what happened in the past with everything that some of these places that they came and destroyed it because we couldn't defend ourselves. But that's one of the main things. Have a military because we're looking at a enemy that's real hateful and just don't care. That would murder women, children, and men, and the most horrendous acts that have ever been on this earth came from that enemy, the enemy of hate. So again, it's a time for us to go. It's a time for us to go. So I'm going to wrap it on up for this session of Billionaire Talk, and I thank everybody for coming through. I thank you guys for sharing this space with me. I mean, I truly appreciate it, and I hope you guys learned something or had a good time, or I just thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through, and for this edition of Billionaire Talk. Wakanda forever. And do we need to get another Wakanda? So again,
I'm ready to go.
Nikki says she ready to go. She ready to go to Wakanda.
Book my flight.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's where we at in this household, and time get our affairs in order, pack some things up, and go, man, because this thing here, man, I don't. And I mean, people talk about getting a certain person out of office. And I say, yeah, but but even and this is what you guys got to remember, that these people that he woke up, these hateful people that he woke up came from out the closet. If he's not reelected, it ain't gonna change November 4th. They're gonna get more hateful because they're gonna be mad, and then that's when we gonna have to do our thing. So again, I hate to say it, but I think it's the prelim. All this unrest, it's the prelim. It's gonna get worse. And I just stress you guys to protect yourself. Protect yourself. That's all I can say. Protect yourself.
Yeah.
Because this is I think it's already a serious situation, but about to get even more real. So, but again, till next time, I'll come to you Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Billionaire Talk. I don't know what I'm talking about tomorrow, but I figured it out. You'll tune in. I put I did a Monday. I keep on saying Monday. A morning motivation in this morning. So that's gonna really drop by 6 a.m. I'm just have a few words for you guys. A morning motivation. In the morning. So definitely check that out. Once again, thank you. God bless. Good night. See you next time. Feel like Russell Simmons.